Hello, MarkeeDragon, also known as Marcus Eikenberry in real life, and I got SlyJesse with me. Today we're talking about War Z again. Jesse, for those of you who have not seen the other times where we've done videos together, where do you come from? What do you? Why are you here?
Well, my parents, no.
Oh.
I'm from Australia, and I do lots of War Z content. I love playing the War Z. On my channel, I do news videos. I just read out what's happened in the news, give a little bit of my thoughts on it. I've done a Let's Play for a character, and that's about it.
And if you click on his name, it's an annotation. It'll take you to his channel, and vice versa. This is a collaborative video. Yeah, this is a collaborative video. This appears on both of our channels, and so on Jesse's channel, you can click on my name and get to my channel. Check it out. You know, if you like what you see on both ends, subscribe. So today we got several things to talk about in this episode, and we've got kind of like the overall gameplay, but then I also want to talk about private servers and the upcoming item wipe. So let's just start with gameplay. What is your impression of the game? What do you think about it?
I'm loving it at the moment. I think it's great. It's obviously needs lots of improvements because it's still, not because it's in alphabet, just to get there up to where the game levels are at the moment. They need to improve the game, which they are doing. They're still adding cars and a lot of the features that they originally said they're going to have, like the friends and everything. I'm loving going around shooting people, zombies, surviving, which is the main thing of it.
You shoot people? Other players? Oh my god. I know, that's just part of the game. It's part of survival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need their items to survive sometimes. I know I visited a few towns in between, and there's been like no food and no water. And what are you going to do then? And you see a player, and you're like, well, I need to survive. If I don't kill them, I might run out of thirst. I might be thirsty and die because I haven't had a drink.
Yeah, I've been there. No food, no water. So, not in real life, you know, just in the game.
Racing.
In the game. Oh yeah. So the game to me is it produces higher anxiety for me than any other game, and I guess I kind of like that. It's definitely survival. It's definitely a lot of things going to scare the crap out of you, and you definitely don't want to play right before you go to bed. You'll be dreaming about, how am I going to survive against these zombies? So the game has a bit of Wild West to it. There's a bit of free for all. A lot of stuff that happens in the game that you wouldn't see in other games, and I think that's part of the charm of it as well. So, with the game, what is it? You know, what is your general MO when you play the game? Let's see, you got a new character. What do you do?
Survive.
Yeah.
Run around, avoid the zombies, because when you start out, you're either going to start with a torchlight, and if you've started too many times, you don't get anything at all. Because by that time, you should know how to avoid the zombies and gather food and drinks. So that's what you do. Hopefully, find a gun, some ammo, and then if you really want to, you can go kill other players or be their friends and work together to have fun.
The problem is when you try and make friends in the game, they shoot you.
Yeah.
So
that's
I love it when somebody comes into an area that you're in, they hear you and they're like, "Hi, I'm friendly. Are you friendly?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm friendly." Okay, well, let's meet up here. Go down there. Bam. Either me or them. It happens both ways. And so, yeah, I think that's a whole misnomer. It definitely, this is a game where it helps to play with friends because there's power in numbers.
Of course, it's good if you got like clan mates that play, or your friends from school or work. You know, I've had 7 people with me at once. We all had black masks on and bats with nails out of them, and we're just running around killing people in one of the big cities, and we're just all chasing people with our black masks and bats and chasing them around. They're shooting at us, and we're just running around. And then when one of us died, we'd eventually get back to the same spot because you got to run there, and we'd get the mask back on, and we keep doing it. And it was lots of fun. It really enjoyed it. It was something that you wouldn't usually do in the game, and it was really good, except for the people who died.
Right.
I don't think they were having too much fun, but I'm sure they enjoyed watching 7 people run at them with bats and masks.
Yeah, they're crapping their virtual pants on that. You know, that would be scary, actually. So, but that to me is the thrill of the game. And so I had this one. The last episode I actually put up of my Let's Play stuff. I had saw this group of like 5 guys that were all working together and stuff, and all I had was an M16, and I was way far away. But I'm like, damn it, I'm going to try and kill these guys. And so I started shooting at them and everything. And it was funny watching them run different ways all around. They were out in a big open field. They were trying to run across this open field. And, then they all started running straight at me, and I panicked and logged off. Which was the wrong thing to do. I should have stood my ground and really nailed them. So,
that's all right. You survived another day.
I did. And you know what? It's all about using the mechanics of everything there to survive. I think that there's a logout timer of, 10 seconds? Or is it 15?
It's 10 seconds, and then I think if there's people around you, it goes on longer, because if you notice, once you log out, it'll say disconnecting soon, and that could go for like 30 seconds, I found out sometimes. I've had times where I've been just standing there and someone's just come up and knocked me in the head with a torch.
For you Americans out there, a torch is a flashlight.
Yes.
We're not in medieval ages carrying around torches. I wondered about that because it should be, in fact, I have not logged back into that character. I wonder if he's dead now.
Well, hopefully not.
Yeah. So that is something that I think it actually, should. I think it should take longer. I think that the timer should really be like 30 seconds, if not a minute. And that may sound really corny, but you just have to make sure you're in an ultra safe place when you log out.
I think if they do that they should have a way where you can actually cancel the logout timer, because at the moment there isn't one. And so if someone actually runs up to you while you're logging out, you can't actually do anything.
I disagree. I totally disagree. Because because it's all about being safe. If you can, there is no such thing as a logout timer if you can cancel it. It's the same thing as
I just feel different.
It's the same thing as waiting there for a minute and then the coast is clear, log off, and it's instant. It's the same thing when it's a countdown timer and you can cancel it. You'd never die on logout, would you?
Well, actually, you would, because you wouldn't see where someone's shooting you. It's just those people who run up who've maybe just spawned in around the corner. They turn the corner, see you logging out, and they're like, "Oh, look at that! I'm just going to whack him with a torchlight," and you're dead, and you can't do anything about it. Even though you picked that safe spot, you thought it was safe. Yeah. I see your point. It's very valid. I'd be happy to play like that. Wouldn't really bother me too much.
Yeah. I mean, I'd even find a 5-minute timer, acceptable. We used to have We used to have in Ultima Online, I believe the original thing was 10 minutes. That your character would stay there for 10 minutes after you logged out. And you could log back into him during that time, but you'd log out and you wouldn't know what's going on because it wasn't like War Z where you see the screen there. This was, you were just out. And, and you had to build up your skill in camping and build a campfire in order to log out safely. And so it was actually a skill. So if that was really important to a person, then they could they could build up that skill and log out instantly. So, the whole play style of this, we talk about survival and everything, and you got to find weapons and you got to find food and everything. And so far, what's the server maximum right now? The maximum number of people on a server?
It's 40 at the moment. They've just upped it from 30. I don't know when they're going to increase it again, but apparently from what they were saying originally before the game was cut, before the game came out in alpha, they're going to have a maximum of 250 players per map or server.
So, and they may be working toward that. I saw that they already had listed specs for private servers having 100 players on them. To have 100 simultaneous players on it. And I think that once, like, the Colorado map is the one that's open, that's up right now, and once that is fully opened, all the land area, I could see 250 people in there.
Yeah, I could easily see 250 people running around there. With 250, you might run into 1 or 2 occasionally here or there, but the map's really big. And unless you're going to be in like one of the huge cities, you're not going to actually see anyone in these like little ones around there. You might see one here or there, but the map's huge.
Have you when you choose do you just do quick login to a server, or do you choose servers?
I use quick login to play most of the time, and then if I die and I want to find this other person who's killed me, I go through the server list and pick a server.
Oh, okay. So you
hopefully find them.
You try and get some revenge, huh?
Yeah, it usually doesn't work out. Usually I just die again.
Now I found that choosing a server when I have a weak character that doesn't have many items, choosing a server with low population is been a good thing for me. It allows me to survive just a little bit longer, maybe find a few weapons. So I don't know about you, if you've used it that way at all or not.
I think I have once or twice, but in the end I'm in there for the action, so I just go quick join and it always puts me with almost full server.
What about private servers? And they've talked about that we're going to be able to rent our own servers. There's 2 types. There's like the Stronghold, which is kind of your own little private meeting area, kind of like a guild hall or something like that. But then there's servers that you can make public as well. What do you think about that concept?
Well, I'm not too sure about the private servers because people could just go on there, gather up all the items that they want because there'll be no competition against other players. Then just hop off their private server, hop onto a public server and just start shooting out everyone who's had the competition.
Well, now wait a second. It just dawned on me. We talked about before in one of our other videos about PvP versus PvE. And if I were to even if it was full PvP everywhere, if I were to rent my own server and just get like the basic one that's like 16 players or whatever, and then just make it so that nobody can log in except for me, I've just created PvE.
Congratulations.
I just found a workaround. And so, and then I can farm, like item farming, not digging in the ground farming. I can farm my resources and then go to a public server and kill the crap out of everybody.
Yeah. Well, they said they weren't going to have two different global inventories where you stock your items when you're in a safe zone where people can't kill you. But, yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I can actually explain safe zones if you haven't played it. Safe zone is like a place where you can trade and stuff and no one can actually shoot you. And if you go there and log out, you got like a bank system. And in the bank system, you can, if you're in the safe zone, you can swap items between characters. And so if you collect a whole heap of the most powerful weapons, you can just keep stocking them up on one character.
Mm-hmm. So, given that, part of the gameplay is for survival, and that's part of the quest of the game. What further is there to do once you've survived and you have your stockpiles of ammunition and your weapons and everything? What else is there to do in the game?
Well, player killing at the moment, but in the future they're adding cars. You're gonna have a skill tree, which you're gonna have like a assault skill tree, a medic skill tree, and I'm not sure of the other one, but I think it might be something with defense in it. So you'll be able to kill zombies, get experience for that, level up your character, and win more, I guess.
Win more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think about, what so in other games you build communities, you build guilds, you go out and you do raids and you you war against other factions and everything. I mean, do you see that that's going to be part of the future of War Z? Do you think that we're all going to get bored with it, and so we're going to start creating these teams or clans or whatever and start, killing each other?
Pretty sure everyone's killing each other at the moment.
But, yeah, we're not going to start. We're doing that already. Yes.
In the future, they're going to have certain zombies which are going to take multiple people to kill. So they're going to drop like rare stuff which I'm currently unaware of. So they're going to take multiple people to kill, and they're going to be around the map. Apparently, there's some coming out some special type of zombies that are fast that come out at night, but I'm not too sure about that. That's more to do. So I think we're going to have to wait more until more is released until we decide what's going to happen in the end. But if the game's stuck like it is at the moment, I'm pretty sure people get pretty bored fast.
Now, I mentioned farming as in like item farming, but they've also talked about actually being able to have a farm and raise food.
Yeah, they are. One of the, I think it was the developers, had someone ask them if a friend of theirs, fiance asked if they could play so they could farm, because apparently they had farming actually in the game in your own little, what do you call it, stronghold
the
service.
Strongholds, yeah.
Yeah. So there's not much about that at the moment, but it said that there is farming in it.
Interesting. I wonder if that'll be Farmville style or if there's going to be something else going on there. And I wonder if they could take this. I'm just trying to think outside of the box. I wonder if they could take this further to where, you could have a homestead or whatever on your stronghold, and you'd have your farm. You're raising fruits and vegetables or whatever, but then also maybe livestock, and what about having like a pet dog and training them, and then they'd come out and fight with you and stuff like that.
All in a zombie apocalypse.
All in a zombie apocalypse. Yeah. I wonder where it's going to go, because I worry about the possibility of getting bored with the game. And it's been worth the money that I've paid out. most definitely. I think I've already gotten my value out of it.
I have.
Yeah. But I worry about the future of it. Or maybe it's something that I'll just come back to, every 6 months I'll play for a month. Something like that, and then come back. Although I did the Legend pack, and so I've got my Stronghold for 6 months. And we'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll be hooked. Maybe I'll have some farm and I need to level up. I don't know. Invite my Facebook friends over to help me farm. Yeah.
Stop the zombies attacking your farm.
Yeah, trampling my tomatoes. So, I think one of the other things I wanted to talk about is the upcoming item wipe. And so right now, items are ridiculously easy to get. And, how do you feel about the level of item spawn there is right now?
I think it's ridiculous at the moment because, as soon as you get in the game, usually you spawn right next to a town. I've only had one instance where I've actually had to run a fair distance to get anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So you spawn really near a town, and usually you go into the town and you'll either get a pistol or a shotgun because they're the most common guns at the moment. They did increase the loot a while ago, and I'm actually not sure if they're going to actually put it back down. But at the moment, you get your weapon at the start pretty easily. Then you run around a bit more, you might find an M16, M4 semi, I think it is, and that's where people just start shooting everyone on sight.
Mm-hmm. I think that it should be very hard. I think there's probably the spawn is probably maybe somewhere around 4 times too much, and that weapons should be harder to find, and that I did see that they're adding in fists to where you can punch and everything. Finally, it was kind of dumb that you couldn't even knock somebody with your hand. That you had to have a weapon, and so people go around with their flashlights killing people, flashlight bandits. So, for myself personally, I think that the item wipe is definitely necessary. For those people who bought the packages that had currency included with them, the currency is going to be reset back to what you paid for, which is good. It allows people to try a whole bunch of stuff in the item shop right now. And it makes sure that I always have a bat and a nice backpack. But I don't know. Your thoughts? Is it proper that the items get wiped and everything?
Yeah, I think it needs to. If all the people found glitches and were able to dupe items, and with the increased spawn rates at the moment, they really need to wipe it. Originally, they said they weren't going to wipe it, but because now you can see that people have glitched, and some people have a ridiculous amount of sniper rifles and other weapons. They really do need to do a wipe, so it's understandable.
Yeah, and for myself, part of playing the game is to get the resources that I need to survive and to be comfortable. I want to have 100 bottles of water sitting in there, and I want to have 10 shotguns and 1,000 ammo or whatever, so that I just never feel like I'm going to run out. And I want those big backpacks that everybody wants to kill me for. And I feel like that is my survival quest. That's more so my quest than my character staying alive. And so I feel like just in this period before the wipe, which they've said the wipe is November 30th, I feel like that I don't have much desire to play too much until that time.
Yeah, I've actually lost a lot of desire to actually play the game. Since I know that everything I collect and put in my bank is just going to be wiped, my character stats are actually going to get wiped as well, and it just makes you feel like you're wasting your time because you've put so much time into your character already. You're getting items, and then they're just going to take it away. But then again,
it's like having something like a nice car or whatnot that you keep customizing and doing all these things to, but you haven't been paying your bill, so you know that it's going to get repossessed.
yeah.
So why put any more time and energy into it? Because it's going to get taken away, and our characters are going to essentially get taken away.
Well, they did say that we're going to keep our character names and the characters, but yeah, everything besides that is just going to be gone.
Yeah. Well, and we should be able to keep the names. And we should be able to actually respec them when everything's wiped. I don't want the same bald guy that I've got on all of my character slots. I mean, yeah, he looks like me, but I want to try. I don't know. Maybe there's no even any difference. There's no difference to any of the characters. It's just looks. It's just cosmetic. But I do want to change my red plaid shirt on my redneck character because having that, people see me better.
I'm pretty sure you want to have the guy with the open shirt and it's like a fluoro top on. Pretty sure you want that guy. Then run around with him on. Have a hard hat on as well. You can be a construction worker.
Right.
No one will see you then.
No. Yeah, I put on one of those hard hats thinking it would protect me from the zombies early on. And all it did was make like a beacon on the top of my head saying, "Shoot me, shoot me." Yeah, so... Okay, well, any other thoughts that you want to share on the gameplay?
It's fun.
It's fun.
Yeah, I'll say it over and over again. It's fun. I like it. I'm going to keep playing it for quite some time. Hopefully a lot of time after it's been fully released, and hopefully everyone else would be too.
Yeah, so, okay, well, for those of you who are watching, thank you. And don't forget, you can click on either one of our names depending on which channel you're watching this on. So now would be a good time to check out the other guy. And so, Jesse, thank you very much for doing this collaborative War Z episode with me.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, and everybody go check out his channel if you're watching on mine. So, okay, take care, everybody. See you later, Jesse.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, SlyJesse here. Just want to give you a heads up. If you want to see more episodes, remember to hit that like button and subscribe. And leave a comment, and I'll see you next time.